Hello guys, I'm excited to welcome you to the first episode of the Effective series. Series. I was overwhelmed with the reception when I announced on the channel that there's going to be a new series on the platform called the Effective series. Now, if you don't know about it and this is your first time on the channel, on this channel we explore scholarship opportunities, visa interview tips, study abroad, and generally life abroad. And we introduce a new series on the platform called the Effective series. In the Effective series, we are going to research and, based on experience helping other people, let you know colleges and universities that you do not need an application fee to apply to. That means cost of application fee is zero, and you're also guaranteed some sort of funding when you gain admission into some of these universities. And today we are starting the first episode with a university called the University of Maine. University of Maine is popularly called UMaine. It is located in the state of Maine, of course, definitely, as the name implies, in a city called Orono. If this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Frederick. I hold a first master's from Ohio University. I'm currently pursuing my second master's in public administration at the University of Kentucky. I also serve as a research assistant for the Kentucky Transportation Center. Now, after years of assisting a lot of students in diverse ways to study abroad, I decided to create this channel. On this platform, we explore scholarship opportunities, study abroad, visa interview tips, and generally life abroad. Now, if you are interested in any of these topics, please join the Fred Effect family. Click on the subscribe button, hit on the notification bell so that anytime I upload a new video, you'll be the first to check it out. So I'm going to head over to the computer and walk you through all the programs in UMaine that you could apply for free, and you are guaranteed some sort of funding when you gain admission to this university. If you're ready, I'm ready. As usual, this is the Fred Effect. This is the interface of their website. It's actually located in the state of Maine, just like I said. So it's, the university is more or less like named after, the state. So the city in which University of Maine is located is called Orono, and Maine is very close to Canada, and so it's very cold over there. But the interesting thing and the good thing is that I'm going to walk you through how you could apply to University of Maine for free, and then you're also guaranteed funding upon admission. That is the whole concept of the Effective series. So of course there are undergraduate programs as well as graduate programs. So let me walk you through some of the undergraduate programs they have. So we go to the admissions and we click on undergrad, and then we look at the academic section. So we go to majors, or we click on programs. So they have a lot of programs. So these are all the undergraduate programs that University of Maine offers, from athletic training, anthropology, management, communication science, forestry to zoology. So there are a lot of options for you in whichever field you want to study. Now, the interesting thing is that it is free to apply to University of Maine. Now, let's go through the application requirement. Now, applying to the University of Maine is step one in investing in yourself, committing to bettering yourself and the world, and an exciting opportunity to take advantage of. Now, they said waived application fee. This is what I'm emphasizing on. So we are talking about the undergraduate programs in University of Maine, and test scores are optional, 100% test optional. So it's either SAT or ACT. Those are optional. If you want to write it, that is absolutely fine. If you don't, that is also absolutely fine. So to apply to all the any of the undergraduate programs, whether you're an international student or a domestic student, it's actually free. So looking at the deadlines, the fall admission is December 1st. That is, if you want to come in the fall 2022, it means that December 1st is the early action deadline. Now, we are still in February, so you still have an opportunity if you want to apply to any of the undergraduate programs in University of Maine. So March 1st is the regular admission suggested application deadline, and June 1st, is for certain programs. Application will be accepted after March 1st. However, students are strongly encouraged to apply by this date. So there is fall application, and you can even apply after March 1st, even though the regular admissions deadline is March 1st. And in spring, you have to complete your application. That is, if you want to start in January 2023, you have to complete your application by November 1st. And even November 15th, and January 1st, they are still accepting applications. So this is cool. So if you're an international student, if you are a domestic student, you can apply to the University of Maine for free. Now let's look at the checklist for the application. So you have to prepare your essay. I've made a video on that. I'll share that in the YouTube video description. You create an account at the online portal, and then if you're a graduate student, that is, if you're applying to the graduate school, this is not free. However, if you use any of the strategies that I explained in my earlier video, you could get your application fee waived. So it is only the undergrad that you could go ahead and apply for free, but for graduate school, you would have to pay an application fee of $65, and that is it. You have to pay. There's an application fee here, so it's $65 to pay if you're applying to the graduate program. It's not free. It's only the undergrad that is free. However, if you want to use any of the strategies that I explained in my earlier video, you could get your application fee waived. All right. So even though the application to the graduate school is not free, they have huge scholarships. So a typical example is that at the School of Economics website, they have a GA position, the graduate assistantship position. That is, if you are being admitted, you have a graduate assistantship position that provides funding support to cover a stipend of at least $1,748 per month. So $1,748 per month, typically for 9 months. So as a teaching assistant, you get approximately $1,748 per month, and your tuition is being covered and all that. So this is great. Now it's not about telling you about the opportunities on their website. I have dedicated a couple the last years of my life assisting a lot of people. So I've actually assisted a lot of people to this university, and if I go to their graduate student catalog, I'm going to show you some of my friends that I have who are from Ghana. So George was on my website. He was a teaching assistant at the University of Cape Coast, and then he was one of the people who was in my group that I assisted to this university. Also, my friend Richard is also here. So apart from me going through their website to find these opportunities, I've actually assisted people who are fully funded over there. So George is pursuing MS Resource Economics and Policy. So let's look at the cost for the undergraduate programs. So if you're an international student, you're looking at if you're a Maine resident, you're looking at somewhere $27,000. And if you're an international student, you're looking at somewhere $49,000. Now, the good thing is that there are scholarships available for you if you're an undergraduate applicant. Remember, it is free to apply to the undergraduate program. However, the graduate program will cost you. All right, so let's look at some of the scholarships available for. So we have the Merit Scholarship, which gives. There's the Presidential Flagship Commitment Scholarship, which is approximately $16,200 to like 100% tuition and fees. But of course, the deadline was December 1st. But there are still a lot of scholarships available. The Flagship Match Commitment, which is like between $13,200 to $19,360. And we also have the Flagship Leadership Commitment, which is also approximately $7,000 to $10,000. So all the criteria and then the eligibility requirement, everything is being listed here. I'll share all these links in the YouTube video description. Remember, if you're applying for undergrad, all that you have to do is to come to this website, search through the programs, identify which one you're interested in, and then I've also shared the undergraduate process, how to go about it, the application deadlines, and then the steps to take to apply. Now, when you apply and you gain admission, then you stand a chance of being offered any of these scholarships that are listed here. If you're a graduate student, just like we have at the economics, the School of Economics, if you are being offered admission, you stand a chance of getting a huge stipend with full tuition waiver and all that. And I can guarantee that based on experience and helping others to get into this university, they all have full tuition waivers, and of course they are receiving these huge sums of as stipends. So basically this is the University of Maine, and I will highly encourage that if you are a parent and you want your ward to enter in a good school where of course stands a chance of getting huge scholarship, and of course you apply for free and you don't even have to consider writing any test score because it is 100% optional. The friend effect. I'll be very glad if you invite a friend who intends to study abroad to subscribe to the channel for more educative and informative videos like this. As usual, this is the Fred Effect.